Yo, what's going on everyone? It is Super Cafe back again. Pokemon Legends ZA. I wanted to have a honest discussion about Pokemon Legends ZA. All of the discourse that I've been seeing of Pokemon Legends ZA have been super biased, either calling the game absolutely trash because they hate Pokemon Company and just the Nintendo Switch 2 in general. Also people who are just glazing the game because they just simply like Pokemon and they just can't see their favorite characters and series get critiqued in any shape or form. So I'm here to talk about my thoughts, my opinions, while also trying to be as fair as possible because there are a lot of people spreading a bunch of misinformation about the game. And now that we have more details also about the DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA, I think that now is the perfect opportunity to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. First of all, before I start and get into my first point, I want to clarify a couple of things. Nobody should be attacked because they like the game. Nobody should be attacked because they dislike the game. These are my thoughts and opinions, and they are mine alone. So if you're angry about me because I think, this way, then I'm sorry. I don't really know what to tell you. It's just my thoughts and opinions. First question to start off this video. Do I think Pokemon Legends ZA is a good game? No. I don't think it's a good game. I think it's an okay game. I think it's an average game, but I do not think that this game excels in any shape or form, nor do I think it is super terrible in quality in any shape or form. Let's talk about the graphics. The graphics of Pokemon Legends ZA are very 50-50 in my opinion. A lot of people are using like a broad general term when talking about the graphics, when I think it should be split into two different categories, and I think it should be split into the actual models of the characters and then the environment of the world. All right, so Pokemon Legends ZA, the Pokemon trainers, in my opinion, look good. The Pokemon look good. All of the effects in the game when transforming into Mega Pokemon, using attacks, all of that stuff looks amazing. The UI is also super sleek and clean. Now, when it comes to the environments of the actual world, I think that is where they sold. The actual overworld of Pokemon Legends ZA does not look good. And thanks to leaks that we've gotten, thanks to Centro, we can also see that the environment was going to be fully modeled at one point, but the overworld of the game, the main areas where you're going to be spending most of the time, does not look good at all. I don't think that there is any excuse for that. The textures objectively do not look good. The textures do not look good. And this is not new for Game Freak. We have seen the texture problems in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We saw them in Sword and Shield. This is nothing new. And I don't think the argument of it being because it's a Nintendo Switch 1 game as well holds up very well. We have seen a plenty of games have very big, fully modeled environments that look amazing, and they didn't have a problem with that at all. But, of course, that's not the case for Pokemon Legends ZA. So I think the excuse of it also being a Nintendo Switch 1 game, while yes, it is going to limit the game in some ways, should not be an excuse for this at all whatsoever. Another thing regarding graphics that I've seen online is that people are saying, well, we don't care about graphics. Nintendo fans don't care about graphics. We've never cared about graphics, which is true. Nintendo fans have always known that our systems have been underpowered compared to Xbox and PlayStation, but regardless, even with our underpowered hardware, we still have games that look good. So I don't understand why people are saying that, oh, you guys care too much about graphics. Nintendo fans know that our games can look good even on our underpowered systems. That has always been the case. Nintendo fans have never cared about ultra-realistic graphics, and we are not asking for ultra-realistic graphics. We're just asking for the environment that we do have to look decent. There is no reason why the sub-areas of the game look better than the main overworld. When I was personally playing through Pokemon Legends ZA, when I was in the sewers, I was like, why does the dingy sewer look way better than the main overworld where I'm going to be spending a majority of my time? When I was down in Team Flare's old destroyed base, I thought it looked amazing and I wanted to spend way more time down there because I thought the environment genuinely looked good, but I was ultimately disappointed that it was just a short area of the game that we didn't get to spend much time with. Now, let's talk about some of the gameplay of Pokemon Legends ZA. People are saying that the gameplay is repetitive. I personally found the gameplay to be really fun and also repetitive in a good way. Pokemon is an RPG series, so I don't know why people are complaining about it being repetitive and having to grind, because that's always been the case. That hasn't changed with Pokemon. So I think a lot of people who are maybe picking up Pokemon for the first time are saying that, but I don't know why people are saying that the battle system is not fun. The battle system, in my opinion, is pretty good for the most part, especially when you're constantly swapping through Pokemon. Like if you're using the same Pokemon for your entire Let's Play, it's gonna get mundane, it's gonna get boring. But if you're constantly switching between Pokemon that can fly versus ones that are on the ground, Pokemon that can dig under the ground, there is a lot of variety when it comes to the battles in Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, probably the most important part of this video that I really want to have a lot of emphasis on, and I really want people to pay attention to, is that Labane is my wife. You really want to test me? You really want to? Come on, we can go right now, man. I'm not joking around here. Now, would I personally recommend Pokemon Legends ZA for people to pick up and buy? That depends. If you're a longtime Pokemon fan, you probably already bought the game in general, but I'm saying people who maybe want to experiment and play Pokemon for the first time, I don't know. I think maybe if the game was cheaper or if you could buy it secondhand, I would say pick it up, so maybe wait a minute. But honestly, a lot of the FOMO techniques that they are using in this game, I personally would say you're okay with waiting. If people I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, the newest Pokemon game, Megas are back, all of these new exclusive things that are limited time. They're using a lot of FOMO techniques, and in my opinion, that is terrible for this game, considering that they could just put it all in base game, and I'll touch on that a little bit later, especially when it comes to the DLC. But I think it is okay if you want to wait to pick up Pokemon Legends ZA. I don't think it's worth the full $70 price point, especially since it's also being a Nintendo Switch 1 game. I mean, like, I think a lot of people will buy it, and you know, you can buy it secondhand later. I probably wouldn't buy it brand new. Of course, I bought it because I'm just collecting everything when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2. Here is literally my box filled with Nintendo Switch 2 items. So that's the only reason why I personally bought it, is just because, like, you know, newest game, I'm gonna buy it, talk about it, play it, you know, just so I can actually have experience, you know, playing it myself, so I can talk about it with you guys as well too. Watch out for people who are going to say the game is good no matter what, and please watch out for people that are going to say it's bad no matter what. One content creator that I wanted to talk about in particular is Lord Frogmire, a very new YouTube channel, and I want to talk about his video because I watched it all the way through. It was 27 minutes, and it was of course, Pokemon Legends ZA is a overpriced disappointment. I watched this video in its entirety. The only reason why it even caught wind on my feed is because it actually reached #1, I believe. The only reason this video got on my radar is because of this new system by YouTube called Hype, where people can hype videos and they'll shoot up on top of this leaderboard, and I believe it hit #1. Basically, it was just completely bashing Pokemon Legends ZA, and it wasn't a critiquing video. I think he said it in his video as well too. He did not say that it was a critique at all. He just wanted to rant and vent about the game. Now, the reason why, which is perfectly valid, by the way, if you are just angry with how Pokemon Company is, I think that is completely valid. They have lied to people's faces over the years. They've done a lot of things. They are suing people left and right instead of spending more money on their video games. It is completely valid to get on a platform and talk about how much you dislike Pokemon Company, and it is also completely valid to get on this platform and talk about how much you also love Pokemon Company and how much you also love Pokemon Legends ZA. There are a couple of points in his YouTube video that I do think are valid. It's mainly a rant piece, and I've been seeing a lot of his clips resurface all over the internet, specifically on TikTok. There's been a lot of discourse on TikTok, and that's a platform that I'm mainly on when I'm just like doom scrolling or whatever. I've been seeing a lot of people use this guy's ranting video thinking that is a critique piece when it's actually a rant piece. His channel in general is mostly just bashing on the gaming industry right now. So I think a lot of people are potentially thinking like, oh, this is a guy who's like maybe doing these posts in good faith, when in reality, he's just bashing on everything Nintendo related for the most part, besides Donkey Kong Bonanza. But if you just look through all of his channel, it is just about all of the latest and hottest talking points, and just talking about how bad it all is, and honestly, collecting a paycheck. His video hit 1.4 million views every single time he talks about the Nintendo Switch 2 and how bad it is. He gets crazy views. Every single time he talks about how good a game is and how he enjoys it, it gets no views. This stuff makes money. Please watch out for people that are just trying to collect a paycheck. please watch out, man. It's actually insane. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And it's so funny too. Like even looking at his YouTube thumbnail as well. Like why is Miyamoto? Why is Miyamoto in here? Like Miyamoto's most of his time is being spent on the movies that are coming out. All the Nintendo movies that are coming out recently. That's where most of his time is being spent at. You know, he's an older guy, so I don't even know why people are like blaming Miyamoto. Like, I mean, I made the mistake too growing up. When I was growing up, I thought Nintendo and the Pokemon Company were the exact same thing. They are not, by the way. I hope that I make that abundantly clear. Pokemon is a third party. They are not first party. So all of these critiques of like, oh, Nintendo is fumbling again with Pokemon, you need to be critiquing and talking about Game Freak and the Pokemon Company, not Nintendo. It's a very common mistake, so, you know, I don't really get, you know, very defensive or angry about it at all. It's just a very common mistake that most people do make. Let's talk about the DLC. I'm so glad that this video originally, when I was making it, got like, all the audio was lost because I got to re-record it. And by the time I'm re-recording this, we got a trailer for the DLC. Mega Excalibur, Mega Giant Mecho got revealed, and we got a closer look into the DLC, and I am disappointed. Wow, I am disappointed. Basically the DLC is like they go through like some kind of like portal with the Hooper ring, and they're still in Lumio City, but it's like all white or whatever. It's the it is so crazy. The DLC 1,000,000% could have been included in base game. It comes out next month. The game came out in October, 2 months later, already getting a DLC. Yeah, that so could have been. They did the same thing with Donkey Kong Bonanza. The whole that new island that they got in Donkey Kong Bonanza, that could have so been included in base game. And yeah, Pokemon, come on, man. I mean, while cool seeing new characters, new megas, I don't know, it just seems very lazy. Like it's just the exact same thing, potentially even less. Chose not to because they know people are gonna buy it regardless. So I think that's still like a pretty scummy move on their end. Now, what would I rate Pokemon Legends ZA? Hot take, but I give it a 5. I think nowadays it's very hard to make bad video games. Back in the day, there was always big problems with video games, and you still see it nowadays. But I think it is kind of rare. I think it's kind of rare to see bad video games, and when they do, people make a big spectacle out of it. The reason why I give it a 5 out of 10 is because 5 being average, I think it's another average Pokemon game. I don't think it excels being a Pokemon game or a video game in general in any shape or form, nor do I think it's ultimately like terrible running slop garbage that nobody could play at all whatsoever, like a completely unplayable video game. So I'd give it like a 5 out of 10, just straight down the middle. Another average Pokemon experience. I could see people rating it slightly less, and of course, if you love Pokemon, you're gonna rate it above, of course. You know, like I don't agree with a lot of the ratings that it's gotten online. Like I'm seeing like 8s and 9s. I'm like, yeah, really? Like 8s and 9s for this, man? I mean, it's all right, but yeah, I just ultimately do think that it's just harder to make bad video games nowadays. I think that's a good thing though. Like I think it's good that like it's harder to find bad video games. Because we get spoiled by such great things, you know, like us Nintendo fans, we get spoiled by such great things. So, you know, I'm a Nintendo fan before I'm a Pokemon fan. You know, I'm like kind of like a Pokemon fan. I was really into it when I was a kid. So if you guys are like, oh my gosh, this guy's biased, he hates Pokemon, or this guy's biased, he super loves Pokemon, I'm just like, I'm a Nintendo guy first, man. I'm a Mario man first, okay? Let's not get confused here, all right? I'm about that Mario first, and then the Pokemon can come second, my boy, all right? It's Mario all day over here. But still, yeah, I give the game like a 5 out of 10. Lots of flaws, but there are also a lot of good moments in there too. Like I said earlier, Labane is my wife. The story was pretty good. Naveen as a character, oh my gosh, man. Customization being good. Probably one of my top 5 Pokemon. Emboar got a Mega Evolution, so, you know, of course, I like that as well, too. You know, childhood favorite. Love Gen 5. Yeah, I think that's all I have to really say about Pokemon Legends ZA. Watch out for the people that aren't critiquing the game properly, all right? And, of course, if you love Pokemon, of course, like, I'll say it again. If you love Pokemon and you can never see anything wrong with the series or franchise, and you can't, or if you're on the other side of the coin where you hate Pokemon and you can't see anything good about the franchise, this video was not for you. This was me trying to have a honest discussion where I was not trying to be too biased on either sides. But hey man, if you still hate me after the end of this video, there's nothing I can do besides maybe just have an open mind about my takes and what I have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, don't leave a like. Hopefully I'll earn it next time. If you want to get the message out, like if you want people to have more honest discussions instead of just hating on each other no matter what, hype up this video, please. Like, get this out there. I feel like a lot of people just like to be angry and mean to each other no matter what. So if you guys want to get the message out there that like, hey, let's try to be friends, you know what, hype up this video, please. I'd appreciate it a lot. You know, I'm still trying to grow my channel day by day if I can. All right. Also, a massive shout out to Hira for being a member on the channel. You get a shout out at the end of these couple of videos I'm making. I'm making my YouTube videos in batches right now because some of them got corrupted, so I had to re-record them. But yeah, every single time a new video drops, I'll be re-recording and shouting out my members every single time. I won't be lazy and reuse the same clips or just, you know, put a scroll of members at the end of my channel. I'm going to be saying everybody's name individually. Thank you so much, Hira, for being a member. This has been Super Cafe, and I'll see you boys on the next one. Peace out.